It was supposed to be a straightforward overnight investigation. 2 guys, some tents, and a spirit box in the woods. But within hours, they'd be barricaded inside nylon walls, wondering if the footsteps outside were human or something else. So, what happened? Tonight's first video comes from Kbo TV Paranormal, a UK duo who spend their nights in places that guarantee you won't sleep. Carl and Aaron are down-to-earth investigators, the kind who react like you would when things go sideways. It's August 26th, 2025 in Cannock Chase, England. Spending the night next to a war cemetery sounds like a bad idea on paper. In reality, it's worse. The footage exists, so here we are.
Nice plane.
The activity that goes on round here. What the fuck was that? Did you just throw something at? Yeah. You know what I mean? Honest to God, he's just threw something at my tent. Man. If you just listen, have a listen.
They're still settling in when something heavy slams into the tent wall from the darkness outside. No warning, no footsteps approaching, just impact. The nylon shudders, and suddenly the woods feel a lot less empty.
Oh, there's people coming with lights.
Where?
Over there. See?
No. You're taller than me. Oh, shit. Let's get back to the tent.
Coming with lights, Carl.
Yeah, let's get back to the tent. See, that's the one thing about making these videos of places.
Seems as if they can't do this.
It's real people. You know, actual people that are more scary than the paranormal. I don't even know where I am. The lights. Let's go up here. It's got to be around here somewhere, the tents.
Did you hear that little giggle?
No?
Kind of thing.
No? Honestly.
Swear down. Right, let's go in peace.
Later, navigating near the German military cemetery, they spot flashlight beams cutting through the distant trees. Multiple lights moving in their direction. Realizing they're being tracked by unknown people in the dark, panic sets in. They retreat fast, stumbling back toward camp. Back at the tents, a brilliant light suddenly flares right outside. Hearts stop before brains catch up. It's just a reflection off Aaron's equipment monitor. A brief moment of relief before the real fear kicks back in.
Huh?
Quiet fear.
Did you hear like little kiddies then? Oh, it's a weird hat.
You know how we feel on it.
Mistake.
Mistake?
They fire up a spirit box app to attempt communication near the graves. The temperature drops, the atmosphere thickens, and through the static comes a voice, deep and raspy, saying quiet, then fear, then mistake. Each word landing like a physical weight.
Big bang, wasn't it?
Like a fucking firework or gun.
What?
Why didn't we hear anything until we started?
I know, yes. This is scary as hell. That was getting a bit weird.
Immediately after, a massive explosion tears through the silence right in front of them. Gunshot loud, firework bright, completely unexplained. The kind of sound that doesn't belong in empty woods after midnight.
What the f*** was that?
Well,
Was it thud. Thud.
I never heard that.
Oh, I fucking did.
I can't hear what he's hearing, that big thud.
I'm having to go into night vision. Because I don't trust that people can see what we're doing, like. I don't know what words I'm supposed to fucking use here.
You know what? I'm going to take this out.
Then come the footsteps, heavy rhythmic thuds crunching over dry leaves just outside the tent perimeter. Something pacing, circling, waiting. The nylon walls suddenly feel very thin. Realizing a midnight trek back to the car through pitch-black forest is suicide, they opt for the only option left. Blockade themselves inside the tents, leave one camera rolling in the corner, and wait for dawn wearing heavy pajamas against the cold. Praying the footsteps don't get closer. They made it out. Shaken, cold, but alive. The gear went in the backpack, the tent came down, and the forest went back to being quiet. But I doubt either of them will hear the word mistake the same way again. Yeah, I'm good on war cemeteries for a while. Sorrowwood Grove has a history, a double murder 2 decades ago that never really left the soil. When 2 investigators decide to camp at the actual homicide site, they're not just dealing with trees and darkness. They're dealing with whatever lingers after violence. This is what they found. The second video tonight comes from Search for Supernatural, Tyler and Jiggy, 2 guys who specialize in gritty on-location investigations across America's most notorious haunted spaces. It's July 7th, 2024 in Sorrowwood Grove, United States. They use real-time tech and capture raw reactions when things go sideways. A forest tied to a double homicide is exactly the kind of place where their equipment starts talking and the woods start listening. Let's jump into it.
Investigators who travel around to some of the most haunted locations in America in search of the supernatural. That's the REM pod going off in the background.
So we're doing something a little bit different tonight, guys. We're out in the woods.
Yeah. We are camping. So normally we don't venture out into the woods, but we could not pass up this opportunity to come to one of the most haunted places, which we can't tell you where it's at, but it's close to us.
Yeah.
They arrive at the pitch-black perimeter, armed with a tent and comms gear. The plan is simple: trek down the isolated trail, find the exact homicide site, and camp overnight. But the atmosphere turns heavy immediately. Their REM pod starts triggering before they even set up, accompanied by faint rustling and footsteps in the darkness behind them.
Fuck was I heard, bro? You just told us in there. Okay.
He's got it back up.
What, flashlight? That's what I got in my pocket.
What was that? What was that?
I have no idea. Something on your truck. Something scratched your truck.
Motherfucker.
Did you hear it? Did you hear that?
What was it?
I have no idea.
Back near their pickup truck, a heavy scratching sound vibrates from directly underneath the vehicle. Something is tracking them, circling their base of operations, getting close enough to touch metal.
Bro. What the fuck?
What the fuck, bro? Let's go. Come on.
Bound. Gently. Show.
Which way do we fucking go?
Necessary.
Which way do we go? Dude,
Swim. Abort. Mission.
which way do we fucking come from?
Dude, the fucking obvious just said... The fucking obvious just said abort mission.
Abort mission?
Abort mission.
Where did we come from, dude?
Desperately cutting through dense undergrowth to find their way back, the Ovilus environment reader registers the surroundings and clearly utters one word: pray. The encounter shifts from uneasy haunting to direct threat.
What the fudge is going on? Hold up, time out. It sounds like somebody's knocking on trees, like somebody's hitting trees with something.
After stumbling back to camp, the activity follows them. Heavy, deliberate tree knocking echoes from the darkness, distinct pairs of two, rhythmic and intentional. The same phenomenon they've documented at other notorious locations, now happening right outside their tent.
Jiggy.
What the fuck was that?
Who is that?
Hello?
Yo, come out. Come on. Yo.
Bro, there's nothing there.
What
What was that?
in the world is going on? Hello?
Tyler captures the distinct shadow profile of a physical figure, lurking right on the edge of the tree line. It vanishes the exact moment their spotlight hits the area. There, then not there. They try to retreat into the tent to ride out the night. But by 1 a.m., further unexplainable noises inside their immediate campsite force a decision. They pack up in the early hours and flee the forest entirely. A rare instance where the location completely overwhelmed the team. Was it the history bleeding through? Was it something older than the murders? Tyler and Jiggy left with footage but no answers. Just the word pray echoing in their heads as they drove away. Pretty sure I'd have been gone at the first abort mission. What makes someone zip themselves into a sleeping bag alone in the woods at night? For this hiker, it was just a quiet night on Crown land. Total solitude, total silence, total peace. He had no idea someone was already out there watching his camp, but they knew exactly where he was, and they weren't happy about it. This is what came back. The third video tonight comes from Davies Dash, a Canadian solo stealth camper who specializes in ultralight backpacking and gear testing deep in unmanaged public wilderness. Raw, minimalist adventures with direct-to-camera commentary. It's June 8th, 2025 in Crownland, Southern Ontario, Canada.
Winnipeg fan in front of Winnipeg, so hello. Anyways, yeah, Oilers are playing tonight. I'll be excited to get home in the morning and find out what that score was. But other than that, man, I'm fed up. I've got one beer on the go here that I've been sipping for like the last 2 hours. I'm not into it tonight, man. It's not a drinking kind of night. It's just get out, enjoy yourself, enjoy nature, enjoy the sounds, the smells. And yeah, so that's all I have for today, man. It's a little bit of a boring video. Again, I'm out testing some gear right now. It's just me, nature, and the sun going down. It's time for bed. I will see you all for coffee in the morning. Good night.
Davey reflects on his quiet evening, fully focused on enjoying the sounds and smells of nature. With the sun completely set, he slides into his sleeping bag, turns off the camera, and falls asleep in total darkness, completely unaware he's pitched right around the corner from an active homeless camp.
It's not that fucking difficult to respect other people, is it? So start showing some fucking respect if you want respect. Do you need my light to help you get out of here?
No,
No?
Ju-
You know how to get out?
Would you mind just giving me a few minutes? I'm still in my sleeping bag.
Why are you in your sleeping bag? You knew there's somebody in a tent here. You knew that. Do you think they're gonna feel comfortable falling asleep in the middle of the night with a fucking stranger 20 feet away? Do you honestly think that? The answer is no. And you wouldn't feel comfortable either, would you?
All right,
No, you wouldn't. Fair enough. Fair enough.
my apologies.
That's fair enough, mate.
My apologies.
Fair enough.
I will push on.
I already got a hold of fucking RCMP and told them to fuck get over here and deal with their because I'm sick of this shit, mate.
The raw audio captures the tense standoff. Davy is rudely awoken by an intruder aggressively berating him, shouting that he's sick of people camping there and claiming he's already contacted the RCMP. In the dark, Davy realizes the man is heavily under the influence and is armed with 2 heavy black iron gas pipes, one in each hand.
That's where I was sleeping. Until the homeless man with 2 goddamn steel pipes come walking into my camp about 10 feet away from me while I was sound asleep. Well, I guess we know who needs his teeth knocked down his throat now, doesn't he? But that will be a battle for another day. That is not our concern tonight. Our concern tonight is being somewhere safe and getting some kip. So, all right, well, I guess we're shoving off. But that motherfucker had better watch the fuck out, because all I should do is just got up and throttle him. But again, he had 2 steel pipes in his hand 10 feet away from where I was sleeping. And yeah, that's not gonna work for me right now. So let's just go.
Knowing a single wrong move means a severe beating, Davy packs up his gear in the dark and flees into the woods. Shaken and redlining on adrenaline, he walks away into the night, recounting the sheer terror of being entirely vulnerable to an armed, unpredictable attacker.
What am I gonna do? That dude was 10 feet away from me with 2 steel pipes when he woke me up screaming. All of a sudden he was just like right there. Home for the night. We'll just come out here just a little bit, give him a little bit of space. And I don't know what these lights are here. I don't know if that's a farm or whatever, but I'm thinking like right here is good. Right here. All right, my friends, well, camp is back set up again. So there's the bag, there's the sleeping setup.
While walking the dark trail, he reflects on how close he came to being severely injured or killed. He breaks down how exposed he was, zipped inside his bag, noting that a under-the-influence attacker wouldn't feel pain, making instant retreat his only option to keep safe and unharmed. Refusing to let the intruder drive him completely indoors, Davy hikes several kilometers further and sets up a second makeshift cowboy camp in the dark to finish the night. When the sun rises, he makes a final discovery. After waking up shivering from a freezing 4 degrees Celsius night, morning light reveals that, in his frantic midnight escape, he laid his sleeping bag directly into a massive patch of poison ivy. Started as a nature retreat, ended as a survival story. The wilderness has plenty of threats, some animal, some human, some botanical. Davy ran from one and woke up in another. You couldn't pay me to camp there. You've probably zipped yourself into a sleeping bag in the woods and thought you were safe. The tent's up, the fire's out, the forest is quiet. Most people fall asleep. This guy woke up to something breathing inches from his head. This is what happened. The 4th video tonight comes from Bushcraft Journey, a Poland-based solo bushcraft channel that balances atmospheric storytelling with practical wilderness skills. One man, completely alone, building shelters and surviving off-grid in remote woodlands. No crew, no backup, just a camera and whatever the forest decides to throw at him. He made it out with the footage. It's August 30th, 2025, in a remote forest, Poland. After a demanding day navigating dense woodland, gathering timber, and constructing a quick shelter, darkness completely consumes the forest. He zips up his tent and settles into his sleeping bag as the wilderness grows totally silent and isolated. The silence shatters. He's stunned awake by a terrifying heavy noise echoing directly outside the thin fabric of his shelter. The sound resembles a massive wild beast lurking mere inches away in the pitch black, pacing and breathing heavily around the perimeter. Confronted with imminent danger, he sits up in total darkness, completely frozen. Grabbing a small tool, he carefully unzips the tent door and peers out into the black woods, using a flashlight to frantically scan the tree line and check the perimeter. Remaining highly alert and on guard, he stays awake to monitor the darkness until the immediate threat finally appears, to move back into the deeper forest. Put yourself there. 3 a.m., something breathing against your tent. Do you stay? Do you run? Or do you unzip the flap and step out into the dark like he did? There's no right answer, but there are definitely wrong ones. I think I'll be sleeping with the lights on tonight. 6 p.m. The light is fading over the Yorkshire Dales. One guy with a camera and a bivy bag has to get into position, get set up, and get through the night without being seen. He thinks he has enough time. But darkness has a way of speeding up when you're somewhere you shouldn't be. Here's what he found. The 5th video tonight comes from Jlark Outdoors, a solo stealth camper who uses night vision and infrared to document bivvying in historical ruins and legally ambiguous sites. One man, one camera, zero backup. After Halloween at an abandoned abbey sounded like atmospheric fun on paper. Then the mud happened. Then the app started talking. Let's take a look. It's November 6th, 2025 at Easby Abbey, Northern Yorkshire Dales.
I'm not gonna lie, I've got here, but it's one of the hardest places to film because everywhere you want to be, especially a place just over here in the cover, there's an archway out of it and there's a house with all the lights on right opposite. So I'm going to try and find somewhere, bring you back in and tell you what happened on the way in. As always, see you in a bit. Okay guys, I've had to go into night vision already, okay? I've got to keep my voice down. It's still early. I think it's about, I don't know, it's getting towards 10 o'clock. People's lights are still on. It's very annoying, this location, because they built houses all around it. So as I may have said in another video where I just did a visit here of a night, There's a house there, house there, house there, and they're all looking at me, all looking in. So any lights that go here, the potential to be kicked out pretty much straight away is real. So I've got to wait till a little bit later and keep my voice down. But as you can see, we are here. We've got the full night vision on. Have a look. Okay, no one can see that. It's a huge place. No roof.
He arrives just after Halloween, planning a low-profile overnight at the roofless ruins. The property is bordered by residential homes, so he's operating in pitch black, under full night vision, to avoid detection.
I've already seen light, so I've seen a light on that wall over there. So, like car lights or something, or even a torch. I think someone's on the window already. So, I'm not sure this is possible tonight.
While assessing the ruins, he spots moving lights cast against an adjacent abbey wall. Suspecting security or a caretaker with a flashlight, he drops to a desperate whisper. The tone of the night shifts. He's completely exposed.
That did go off then. Okay, it said hell. No. Alright, I don't believe in that either. So, spirit, why would you say hell? Why would you say that? This was a place of calm, faith, worship.
He questions the darkness about how a spirit could see him in 2025. The app cuts through with a highly specific name, Roy. He becomes visibly intrigued, noting how bizarre it is for a randomized bank to throw out a distinct historical name.
Now that's more interesting. Up here. Ah, no, it says up here. What do you mean up here? Up where I was? Are you there? Is that Roy? Hello, Roy. So Roy says he's up there. I was being rudely interrupted by Roy, but I was going to stay here. Now, I don't know how it's going to rain or whether I will get rained off.
The encounter peaks as the app unleashes connected instructions. Roy, look inside. Look up. He admits to the camera that despite using the app many times, it has never responded with such direct contextual phrasing. Just as he decides the connection is too intense and prepares to sign out, the app delivers one final parting word: demon. He logs off to preserve his sanity, abandons the covered ruins to avoid nearby houses, and sets up his bivy bag completely out in the open. Lying under moonlight, listening to animal noises, he reads aloud local folklore about an 18th century drummer boy who vanished into a mythical tunnel beneath the abbey. Me? I'd have been gone at the first hell. But that's the thing about these solo campers. They stay when logic says run. Maybe that's why the cameras capture what the rest of us never see. He's lighting a fire in a 17th century cave when the smoke starts backing up instead of going up the chimney. Above him, thousands of spiders are waking up. Some are the size of his hand, some are bigger, and they're starting to drop. This is what happened next. The sixth video tonight comes from Kev's Outdoor Adventures. Kev, Connor, and Troy, three lads who specialize in wild camping in historic, abandoned, or reputedly haunted locations. Raw footage, authentic reactions, and British humor mixed with genuine fear. It's October 19th, 2025 at Hartburn Grotto, England. A 400-year-old man-made cave sounded like atmospheric fun. Then they saw the egg sacs. The camera kept rolling.
Get a twisted sock. Oh. Let's have a look inside, guys.
What's this called again?
Heartburn Grotto.
Guys, this is Heartburn Grotto.
We've even got a fire.
So we're coming into this cave. Whoa.
There's the chimney. There's a chimney there. There's a built-in chimney as well, I think.
Yeah, fireplace with a seat in front of it. There's a fireplace. This is all the even a room.
Who the f***'s this lying here? That shit. There's Connor's bed.
Arriving late and navigating a steep, slippery drop-off in total darkness, they finally reach the historic cave. Armed only with flashlights, they enter intending to set up camp, light a fire, and spend the night. But the welcoming atmosphere vanishes the moment they step inside and realize they're not alone.
Who the f***'s this lying here? There's Connor's bed.
Oh, there's loads of space in there, mine, isn't there?
There's either this bit or that bit outside.
Where's my bed? Down there.
Yours was a bit rocky, like, but
Well, guys, this was the plan.
look at that spider.
To sleep in here, but not much room. Come on, let's jump past that, mate.
Big like that.
Moving gear deeper in, Kev encounters a spider that looks like it's on steroids, a terrifying large trapping spider. Nearby, they discover a giant moth carcass, confirming the predatory nature of their roommates.
Just down into the river. What the fuck?
Hope it. Oh, look, size that motherfucker. Fuck me, that's a big lad. Mate, it's full of spiders.
Yeah, I'm gonna just watch Kev from here because it looks.
Mate, there's fucking loads of them.
Mate, them are fucking giant spider eggs, isn't there?
They're fucking massive. They're eggs, them.
Bloody hell.
Mate, look at them. Look at this lad here. That's fucking huge.
I'll let you come out now.
That fucker's got teeth.
Right. Well,
Come here, how? When you turn around, have a look at one behind you as well. Oh, shit.
right.
They are fucking huge. David, let your head touch the top.
Moving further down the infested tunnel, Kev tells Troy to pull his hood up to prevent spiders crawling down his back. They point out even larger hollowed-out spider carcasses, old shed skins of spiders that have grown to monstrous proportions and are still hiding in the rock fissures.
You can see we've got the fire on, but we're getting smoked in. Loads of smoke all over the place, coming through the walls. Going out the top. Look, we've got a massive gap here for the garden out. We'll be smoked out.
I wonder if that's why all the spiders are coming down them.
We smoked them out to come and get one. And they're fucking giant. Honest to God, guys, look at this one here. I'll bring the camera in a bit so you can see it. Where's he at? There he is at the size of that there.
With the grotto already blinded by thick smoke, a wild bat flies directly into the pitch-black, smoke-filled cavern, flying frantically around the men, triggering what Kev describes as pure PTSD. The sudden encounter sends them scattering and running outside into the night air in complete panic. They flee the cave to catch their breath, attempting to handle the chaos with nervous laughter and jokes about waking up riding a giant spider. Despite the humor, the night leaves an unsettling experience as they're forced to endure a suffocating insect-ridden environment until morning. I'd have been gone at the first egg sac, but that's just me. That's it for tonight. If you watched all the way to the end, you're either very brave or you made some questionable life choices. Either way, like and subscribe, hit the bell, and click one of the videos on screen. I'll be back soon with more reasons to stay indoors. See you then. And if you made it this far, there was a hidden word somewhere in tonight's video. Drop it in the comments if you caught it.